Good morning, all of you. Yesterday, I completed two types of unemployment, that is frictional unemployment and cyclical unemployment. Okay. Today, I am going to start the third one, that is called structural unemployment. Now, you need to understand. Suppose if the question comes, explain the type of unemployment occurs in developed countries. Then two things you are going to explain. First is cyclical unemployment. Second is frictional unemployment. Okay. Or because maybe the question will not be asked in exam that explain cyclical unemployment and frictional unemployment. Question may be asked that explain the type of unemployment found in developed countries. Then which are the types of unemployment which is found in the developed countries? Is cyclical unemployment and frictional. These two you have to explain. Okay. And maybe the question come, explain the type of unemployment which is temporary in nature. Then two types of unemployment which is temporary in nature, that is cyclical unemployment and frictional unemployment, which I have explained to people in my yesterday video. Okay. Now, today you need to understand the third type of unemployment, that is called structural unemployment. Okay. Now, structural unemployment means something which is associated with the structure, basic structure of the economy, basic structure of the country. Okay. Now, when you say the structure of the country, what actually comes in your mind? The structure of the country means what resembles to the structure, the population of the country. Okay. So when you say structural unemployment, means it is a structural fault of the country. That is why there is an unemployment exists which is called structural unemployment. So you need to understand one thing, the type of the unemployment which is there or found in any country due to its structural fault, that type of unemployment is called structural unemployment. The first thing, now what are the structural fault? The population. Maybe the population of the country is too much, like India is the best example, China is the example, okay, Bangladesh, these are the countries which are excessively populated countries. India is the second largest populated country in the world. China is the first largest populated country in the world. Okay, so these countries have too much of population. And you know that if there is more number of population, definitely the working force, the labor force will also be more. Excess of the labor force. Okay, means the population is increasing in a very higher rate. It gets doubled and then tripled, then 4 times. Every time it keeps on multiplying. So population of any country increases in geometrical ratio, especially the developing nation. What is geometrical ratio? 2, 4, 6, 8, 16, 32. 64 means population increase. At a time there is an increase of total 16. At a time there is an increase of 32. At a time there is an increase of 64. So the population of the country increases in a geometrical ratio. That is the structural fault. And the job opportunities, the creation of job in the country is increases in arithmetical ratio. What do you mean by arithmetical ratio? In the ratio of 1 to, it is increasing, no doubt it is increasing, but it is not increasing in a multiple way. It is increasing in a sequence, like from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6. So job opportunities are created in arithmetical ratio, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Population is increases in a geometrical ratio, means 2, 4, 16, 32, 64. So the rate of creation of job opportunities is much lesser than the rate of creation of population of the country. And due to this problem, the unemployment which occur is called structural unemployment. So what do you mean by structural unemployment? Is the situation when large number of people do not get work because of limited job opportunities. Why large number of people do not get job because of limited job opportunities? Reason I told you that job opportunities are increasing in arithmetical ratio. Population is increasing in a geometrical ratio. So we cannot blame a country that employment is not, it is increasing, but it is not increasing at the rate of increase in population in the country. And due to this, the unemployment which is created is called structural. And that's why I said that structural unemployment is the kind of unemployment which is there in any country because of the structural fault, that is called excess of population. And creation of job opportunities in a lesser rate. Is it clear to all of you? So write on the third one, that is is called structural unemployment in your copy, children. Okay, unemployment, whatever I am giving you people to write in the copy. So notes must be there in your copy, children. Okay, so write down structural unemployment. First thing of the structural unemployment, it occur in developing nations. First thing, it don't occur in developed nation, because structural, any country is developed. Why the country is developed? Because that country has a limited population. किसी भी कंट्री की पॉपुलेशन ज़्यादा होगी तो उसकी डेवलपमेंट की ग्रोथ हमेशा कम होती है. So a country is developing, and that is a structural fault, and due to this the unemployment is occurring, which is called structural unemployment. Okay, so the two type of unemployment which you have studied, that is called cyclical unemployment and frictional unemployment, both exist in developed nations and both are temporary in nature. But structural unemployment exists in developing nation and it is permanent in nature. You see the condition of unemployment in India. We are not able to solve. Since the independence, like 1950, when India has started and adopted its economic planning, since today, we have completed so many years, decade after decade, but still the problem of unemployment exists in our country. So what does it mean that it is permanent? Is it clear? So the first fact about structural unemployment, write down. Structural unemployment occurs in developing nations. First fact. Second fact. Structural unemployment is permanent in nature. That, okay. Third fact. Structural unemployment arises due to excess of population. Due to excess of population. Full stop. Third fact. Then continue in the third fact itself. The population of developing nations, are increasing in geometrical ratio, that is 2, 4, 16, 32, 64 and so on, but the creation of job opportunities is increasing in an arithmetical ratio, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on, full stop. Since the rate of population is much higher than the rate of creation of job opportunities, so the unemployment is created, which is called structural unemployment, full stop. This is the third fact. Now change the paragraph, then write down. The situation when, this is the main meaning, the situation when a large number of people do not get work, a situation when a large number of people do not get work because of limited job opportunities available, is called structural unemployment. Full stop. Now change the paragraph. Structural unemployment is deep-rooted and chronic in nature. Structural unemployment is deep-rooted and chronic in nature. Is it clear? Okay, and then change the paragraph. The type of unemployment which is found in India is structural in nature. The last fact. The type of unemployment which is found in India is structural in nature. Full stop. So I hope you people have understood the meaning of structural unemployment. Structural unemployment is a situation when large number of people do not get job because of limited job opportunity. And why large number of people? Because population increases in geometrical ratio. Why limited job opportunities? Because job opportunities are created in arithmetical ratio. That you people need to understand. Okay. Now, third one we have completed. Write on the fourth one, that is called open unemployment. Open unemployment. Now, you need to now whatever type of unemployment we are studying. Okay. We have completed 3. Now, the name itself, open. Open means something which is clearly visible. Something which is clearly visible and something which is countable. You know, the basic problem of developing nation is what? That unemployment exists, but we cannot count. We cannot say that how many number of people are actually employed and how many people are actually unemployed. Such problem exists especially in the rural areas. All are doing farming, but all are not fully employed. We cannot count them. But when you talk about open unemployment, means the type of unemployment in which people is absolutely no work, in which the people have absolutely no work to do. Kabhi kabhi kya hota hai, there are some laborers who get the job. Like man day is very important in economics. What is man day? Man day is working hours. In a day, how many working hours are there? 8 hours. So what is the man day in India? 8 hours. Or in any country of the world. Most of the countries have man day is equal to 8 hours only. Matlab, the person will be called employed if he work 8 hours complete in a day. Some laborers, some people get a job for 2 hours in a day, 3 hours in a day, but they get. Are they fully employed? No. They are working for 2 hours or 3 hours, means they are not working for the full man day, means they are not unemployed, neither employed, means they are underemployed. So we cannot say that they are completely, they don't have any work. Like you see the rickshaw pullers, whole day, you know, sometimes they get several customers, so they are working. Sometimes whole day they didn't get any customer. So in that day, they remain unemployed. The day they get, they become employed. So we cannot say exactly that that person is employed or that person is unemployed. Very difficult. But in case of open unemployment, you need to understand one thing. That person is unemployed and the person has no work, absolutely no work to do. Means he is unemployed for the full man day or full working day in a year. In a year we have 365 days, but all 365 days are not working day. We have Sundays, leaving Sundays and the holidays, whatever is the working day. If a laborer is unemployed for every working day of the year, means that labor will come under the category of open unemployment. Means the labor is a situation when workers have absolutely no work to do. First thing. Second thing, open unemployment is visible. We can see them, okay, this person is unemployed, and we can count, okay, these are the 10 people who are unemployed. Easily visible and easily countable. So what do you mean by open unemployment? The type of unemployment in which the people have absolutely no work to do. Absolutely no work to do. And this type of unemployment is visible. This type of unemployment is countable. Okay, now write out open unemployment, children. Open unemployment. Right. A situation when there are some workers, who have absolutely no work to do. The situation when there are some workers who have absolutely no work to do is called open unemployment. Is called open unemployment. Full stop. Then write. The workers are willing to work at the prevailing wage rate. The workers are willing to work at the prevailing wage rate, but unable to find a job and remain unemployed due to the absence of job opportunity. Full stop. Then change the paragraph and write. The workers are completely idle. They remain unemployed full time, means every working day of the year. Every working day of the year, and such type of unemployment is visible and countable. Full stop. Is it clear? Then change the paragraph. Open unemployment is mostly found in the urban areas. open unemployment is mostly found in the urban areas. Full stop. I hope you people have understood open. 4 types of unemployment we have completed. Cyclical, which occurs due to the fluctuation in the trade cycle. Frictional, which occurs due to the lack of adjustment between demand and supply. Structural, which means that workers do not get job because of the large number of labor force, do not get job because of the limited job opportunities, is structural. What is open? When the workers have absolutely no work to do because no job opportunity available, means the person is unemployed throughout the working days in a year, and something which is visible and countable is called open unemployment. Okay, now right on the next one, that is the 5th one, which is called disguised unemployment. Disguised. Now try to understand disguised. Okay. Disguised जो मैंने अभी example बताया कि suppose in a year 200 working days are there. Okay. And the person is working suppose 100 days. Another 100 days he remain unemployed. Can we say that the person is completely unemployed? No. The person is employed but not fully employed. We call that as underemployment. What do you mean by underemployment? Underemployment is a situation when the person is engaged in gainful employment but not for the full man-day or not for full working days in a year. Matlab few days in a year or few hours in a day the person is getting the job but not the complete working hours in a day and complete working days in a year. Then that situation is not the situation of complete unemployment. That situation is a situation when the person gets employment but not full. We call that situation as underemployment. Underemployment. I hope you people have understood the meaning of underemployment, and disguised unemployment is one of the examples of underemployment. Now disguised, what is the meaning of disguised? It means hidden, which is not visible, which cannot be seen. Disguised means that. Is it clear? So disguised unemployment means the type of unemployment which is not visible, which cannot be seen and which cannot be countable, and where we cannot say that who is actually employed and who is actually unemployed. Let me give an example. And disguised unemployment exists basically in the rural area, in the agricultural sector. You know, India, a vast area belongs to rural sector, rural area. Means more than, I think, almost 60% of the total land area belongs to agricultural sector, and that's why India is an agricultural economy. Now, you need to understand this. In agricultural sector, the main occupation of the people is farming. Suppose if in a family 10 members are there, out of the 10 members 5 are working, and that family is owned 1 hectare of land, that family has 1 hectare of land, and all the 5 working members are working in that 1 hectare of land. Suppose to work in a 1 hectare of land we need only 3 workers. But how many members are working in that 1 hectare of land? 5. Is it clear? So 5 are actually working in 1 hectare of land, but actual workers required to work in a 1 hectare of land is only 3. So from outside, if anyone will see, then say, okay, all 5 are working, they all are employed. But actually, out of the 5, 2 are unemployed because the number of workers needed to work in 1 hectare of land is only 3. 2 are additional. But can we say that out of the 5, who is actually unemployed? So what do you mean by disguised unemployment? Disguised unemployment is a situation when the number of workers engaged in a job is much more than actually required. As I told you in my example, that in 1 hectare of land we need only 3 workers to work, but if 5 are working, means what? Is a situation when number of workers engaged in a work is much more, that is 5, than actually required, that is 3. Is it clear? This is called disguised unemployment. Means here you cannot say out of the 5, the first one is unemployed, or 5th one is unemployed, or the second one is unemployed. This is very difficult to say. And this situation is called disguised unemployment. Disguised unemployment is a situation where number of workers working is more than actually required. And here it is very difficult to count. It is hidden. 5 are working. Very difficult. It is a type of unemployment which is hidden. That's why the name is given what? Disguised unemployment. And disguised unemployment is one of the example of underemployment. Means person is employed but not fully employed. Means he or she is underemployed. Is it clear? Now, one example is given in your book. All of you open your book, page number 238. Second paragraph, disguised unemployment, mathematical example. I am going to explain you just now. We illustrate the notion of disguised unemployment by an example. Suppose 40 hours of total work is to be done every day on a given farm. एक farmhouse है, and in that farmhouse, to complete the work in a given farm, 40 hours of total work need to be done every day. 40 hours of total work. Okay, then. If the normal working hour is 10 hours in a day, and what is the normal working hour in a day? 10 hours. और हर रोज कितना work करना है उस farm का काम complete करने के लिए कितना work करना है? 40 hours. और एक man day, working day एक दिन का 10 hours है. Then 40 hours of total work can be done by how many workers? 4 workers. 4 workers. Okay. 10 working hour. 10 hours working. Okay. Working hour in a day is 10. And in a day need to be do 40. So means how many workers are required? 4 workers are required then. But if there are 5 working person in a family and there is no work available outside the family farm, then 40 hours of daily work may be shared among how many workers? 5. So 5 8s are 40. Means each worker is working for 8 hours. Because in a family 5 members are there and they all don't have any job outside. So all the 5 are working in that farm. Means now every worker need to work for 10 hours, but actually every worker is working only for 8 hours. Means each worker is less employed. Means he is working only for 8 hours and he is not working for 10 hours because number of laborers required to do a work in given farm is only 4 but 5 are working. This is an example of disguised unemployment. Out of the 5 we cannot say who is actually what? Unemployed. Is it clear to all of you? So this is called disguised unemployment. Disguised unemployment is one of the major problem in the agricultural sector of India. Okay, either you take the example of Uttar Pradesh or you take the example of Bihar. These are the agricultural states, and these states actually suffer from the problem of unemployment which is called disguised. Disguised unemployment is one of the basic and the major unemployment found in the rural India. Suppose if the question comes, explain the type of unemployment in rural area of India. What is the first one? Disguised unemployment. Now, all of you write down the meaning of disguised unemployment, everyone. Right, disguised unemployment. First fact, disguised unemployment is found in rural areas of India. Disguised unemployment is found in rural areas of India. Full stop. Then, disguised unemployment is a situation when the number of workers engaged in a job is a situation. Disguised unemployment is a situation when the number of workers engaged in a job is much more than actually required to do the given work, comma, is called disguised unemployment. Full stop. Change the paragraph. Then write, disguised unemployment is not open everyone to see. We cannot see disguised unemployment. This is hidden or invisible. It is not countable. Full stop. Is it clear? Then change the paragraph. Let us explain disguised unemployment with the help of an example. Now, write down. Suppose total work to be done every day on a given farm is equal to 40 hours. Total work need to be done every day on a given farm. After given farm, give equal sign and write 40 hours. Change the line, then write. Suppose Suppose normal working hour in a day is 10 hours. Is 10 hours. Change the line, then write. That means to work on that particular farm, we need 4 workers. We need 4 workers. That is 40 divided by 10 is equal to 4. Now change the line. But suppose if there are 5 workers in a family and no one is engaged in any gainful job outside the family, means all the 5 members are working in that particular farm. Full stop. Then each worker is working for 8 hours only, that is 40 divided by 5 is equal to 8. Full stop. Then thus all the 5 workers are employed but not fully employed, which is an example of disguised unemployment. Full stop. Then change the paragraph, then write. Disguised unemployment occurs because of excessive population and shortage of alternate employment opportunities. Disguised unemployment occurs due to excess of population or labor force and due to non-availability of alternate employment opportunity. It also occurs because agriculture is a family occupation and the size of land holding is very small. Full stop. Is it clear? So children, today I have completed till disguised unemployment. Tomorrow I am going to explain you underemployment, seasonal unemployment, educated unemployment and technological unemployment. Okay? For today only this much. Thank you children.